Ehi, Baisa, how you doing? Che si dice? Let's talk about Italian food, ok? Mangia, mangia. Hi, I'm Sal. Welcome to my podcast. Before to start, I want to apologize for not having an episode in the last month. I was going to explain what happened, but then I realized that's not your business, so I decided I'm not gonna do it. So, since I started this podcast, listeners have been asking an episode about Italian food. In particular, they've been asking about the difference between Italian and Italian-American food. I want to explain that all American people call Italian food what should be called Italian-American food. This fact creates the biggest misunderstanding between Italians and Italian-American people. Once we say that, we can start talking. First thing I want to talk about is pizza. The origins of pizza are really old. Originally, it was just a flat, round bread. The name itself comes from Greek, pita, that means bread, and the Latin people pronounce it pizza. The first time the word pizza as we know today is used is around the year 1000, and until the 16th centuries, pizza was only white. The tomato were unknown in Italy before Christopher Columbus. The first red pizza was called marinara in 1734, just tomato, garlic, oregano, and of course olive oil. Then they start putting cheese on it, but the name Pizza Margherita was given in 1889 for the visit of the Queen of Italy, Margherita di Savoia, in Napoli. And in fact, the pizza has the color of the Italian flag, green from basil, white from the mozzarella, and red from the sauce. Italians started emigrating around the world and they brought with them the pizza. There are like 10 classic pizza in Italy and hundreds of variations. We have a lot of regional variations like Napoletana, which is the most famous, but we also have Siciliana, Romana, Veneziana, Torinese, and much more. Here in United States, the pizza was brought from Gennaro Lombardi in 1905. The pizzeria is still there, still on business in Little Italy, Manhattan. Some variations started in America too. The most famous is the New York style, but then there is Chicago style, Detroit, New Haven, and much more. One of the most sold in the United States is the pepperoni pizza, that it actually doesn't exist in Italy. We don't have pepperoni at all. The closest one is the diavola, made with spicy salami. Same thing with other famous pizza in America like buffalo, pasta, bolognese, vodka. They all don't exist in Italy. But Italians are pretty tolerant or progressive about those kind of pizza. They will not eat, but they tolerate it. The only one that it's a completely sacrilege is the Hawaiian pizza. Italian will never, I repeat, never put pineapple on pizza. A few brave people have tried to serve pizza with pineapple topping in Italy. They are now resting somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea with nice concrete shoes. But I gotta tell you, something curious is happening in the last 20 years. A pizza that is become very popular in the new generation is a pizza with French fries and pieces of hot dog. They call it pizza americana, and some people even put ketchup on it. I think we spoke enough about pizza. Let's talk about some Italian-American food that doesn't exist in Italy. Chicken parm, shrimp parm, veal parm, they don't exist in Italy. The only thing that is parm in Italy is the eggplant. melenzane alla parmigiana, or Mulignana parmigiana. Garlic bread also doesn't exist in Italy. We have something really close that it's like bruschetta. Be careful, I said bruschetta, not bruschetta, but it's a different thing. Wedding soup doesn't exist in Italy neither. I have no idea where it comes from, but I never saw it in Italy. We also don't have the mozzarella sticks. Let's talk about the dressing. We don't have Italian dressing. The traditional dressing in Italy is salt, olive oil, white vinegar or balsamic vinegar. We should also mention that we have some food dishes that are extinguished in Italy, but they are really popular in America. Yes, I used the correct word, extinguished. The oldest one is spaghetti and meatballs. It was something in the pre-war era. It is at least 70 or 80 years that we don't make spaghetti and meatballs in Italy. We do make spaghetti or meatballs, polpette, but they are two different dishes. Another one is the fettuccine alfredo. It was invented in Rome, but it never became really popular in Italy, so all the restaurants quickly took it off of the menu. The youngest one is penne alla vodka. They were pretty popular in the 80s in Rome, but never became a nationwide food. At the beginning of the 90s, they stopped serving it, and it is like 30 years that they are not sold in Italy. Of course, you will find those dishes if you go to a random tourist restaurant in Rome, for example, but most of the average Italian restaurant have never heard about it. We also have a few rules, and we are really strict about it. The most important rule is you never put cheese on shellfish. Italians can get really upset if you ask for Parmigiano cheese when you order shrimps or clams or risotto ai frutti di mare. Another rule is you never put more than one kind of food in the same dish. You never put pasta and meat or chicken in the same dish. And I want to be clear about something. Pasta is not a side. Pasta is always a main dish, usually called primo piatto, first entrée, or piatto unico, main dish. Another important rule is cappuccino is for breakfast only. You can only drink it up to 11 a.m. You never order cappuccino after the dinner. But after the dinner you can order a digestivo, a shot of alcohol, usually amaro, grappa or limoncello, that will help you to digest. I know I spoke a lot about food, but for Italians this is a really serious topic, and this episode is getting really long, but before the end of the episode I want to keep the tradition of the adult-only part of the podcast. So, send the kids to the bed before keep listening. In Italian, you can usually refer to the genitals with food analogies. Let's start with the male version. You can refer to the male genitals with the word sausage or sausage. I think I don't need to explain this analogy, it's pretty clear. You can also use the word pesce, fish, puparuolo, pepper, babà, banana. I think this one is pretty clear too. Bastoncino Findus, that's the Italian version of a fish stick. Biscotto, fava, fungo, mushroom, I wonder why. Gelato, salame, lecca lecca, literally lollipop, pisello, and much more. Same thing with the female genitals. It's pretty use the word patata, potato, or braciola. Who knows why, I'm wondering. Vongola, clam. Fica, fig. Fragola, strawberry. Gnocca, like gnocchi but the female of it. You can also refer to the other female parts with the word mozzarella or meloni if they're particularly big, susine if they're pretty small, pere if they don't really stay up, and other round fruit. You can definitely use lattificio. Literal means milk factory. I think you can figure out this one. I don't need to explain it. So next time someone says, "Hey, bella gnocca, you want some baba?" You know what they mean. Well, I think I spoke really a lot on this episode, so I want to thank you for listening. Please follow me on the social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all the other socials. See you in the next episode. Ciao belli!